She actually called me weird. He's weird. It was just a soundbite. And she called JD and I weird. He's not weird.
This was the disastrous press conference that Donald Trump gave in Bedminster, where he just ranted and raved saying, I'm not weird. She's calling me weird. Here, Donald Trump says that a man on the street said that he doesn't even know what Vice President Kamala Harris's last name is. Here, play the clip.
So I don't think so. I don't think people know who she is yet. When people, because really people didn't know. You can ask the man on the street. I saw it on one of the shows today. They asked the man on the street, what's the last name of Kamala? Nobody knew. It's Harris. Nobody knew the last name. I don't even use it because nobody knows who I'm talking about. People don't know who she is.
Then Donald Trump explains that he's very upset that the media is making Vice President Kamala Harris out to be Margaret Thatcher. Here, play this clip.
And now all of these people are talking about her like she's Margaret Thatcher, liberal version. She's not smart. I don't believe she loves our country.
Then Donald Trump whines about Hillary Clinton's emails. Play the clip.
And I've said this a few times, not too much, but with Hillary, she was subpoenaed by Congress to give everything she's got, and she burned it. She acid washed it. Bleach bit, they call it. She totally scrubbed it. And then
Donald Trump says something about supply chains, and it's clear he has no clue what a supply chain is. Play the clip.
We're going to bring back our supply chains to stop costly supply chain disruptions. We have tremendous disruptions. I have it all the time, and I think you do too. We order things, and I keep saying, well, when's it getting here? Sir, there's a supply chain disruption. And I mean, you end up getting stuff like 3 months late now. I don't know, all these geniuses over here, I think we can say that. I'm not sure that you're necessarily as much into it, but they are. And I will say that very often, we have problems with supply chains where I'm waiting for things for weeks and weeks. And I say, by the way, whatever happened to it? Supply chain, sir, it's not coming in. And it's a terrible thing. Nobody ever thought a thing like that would happen to our country.
Donald Trump then rants and raves about windmills and that windmills are killing birds and gorgeous fields. Play the clip.
Instead of playing this game with wind that is ruining everything, killing all your birds, destroying the fields, all these gorgeous fields, you got windmills all over the place, and you have birds. You want to see a bird cemetery? Just go under a windmill. You see thousands of birds dead. The bald eagle, if you kill an eagle, they put you in jail for years. And yet these windmills knock them out like nothing. And nothing happens to the people. Now, it's a good.
Donald Trump then says that he gave up this, and he holds his hands out. What's this? The place where you buried your first wife, Ivana, at Bedminster, where you're holding this press conference. Here, play the clip.
Early enough. I gave up that life for a life of politics. I gave up all of these beautiful places that I have all over the world for a life of being abused by the fake news media.
Then Donald Trump said that if you vote for Kamala Harris, you're going to be thrown into a communist system where everybody gets health care. Here, play the clip.
And you're not going to be allowed. You're all going to be thrown into a communist system. It's a communist system. You're going to be thrown into a system where everybody gets health care.
Donald Trump then starts making up figures and percentages and says 100% of all net job creation came from migrants. And I think he's just making up numbers. Here, play the clip.
Virtually 100% of the net job creation in the last year has gone to migrants. You know that? Most of the job creation has gone to migrants. In fact, I've heard that substantially more than beyond the number of 100%. It's a much higher number than that, but the government hasn't caught up with that yet. But virtually,
Donald Trump then says he knows every single criminal. He knows them all, he says. Play this clip.
We're going to take all of the criminals that have come in, and we know every one of them. I know.
Here's the longer clip right here of where Donald Trump gets upset that Vice President Kamala Harris called him weird. Play the clip.
People very angry at her. I think I'm entitled to personal attacks. I don't have a lot of respect for her. I don't have a lot of respect for her intelligence. And I think she'll be a terrible president. And I think it's very important that we win. And whether the personal attacks are good, bad, I mean, she certainly attacks me personally. She actually called me weird. He's weird. It was just a soundbite. And she called JD and I weird. He's not weird. He was a great student at Yale. He went to Ohio State, graduated in 2 years at the top of his class, and all of these different things. And we have this guy that's running a very failed state, who's had a terrible career. I mean, you have him saying they're weird. No, he's a weird guy. And she's weird in her policy.
Hey folks, let's talk jeans for a sec. I recently grabbed a pair from The Perfect Jean, and let me tell you, they're like the unicorn of jeans. I mean, they fit like a dream, look fantastic, and are so comfy that I sometimes forget I'm wearing pants. And yes, this is an ad, but trust me, these jeans live up to the hype. Now, picture this. 700,000 pairs of men's parts rescued from bad jeans. That's two per dude. The hero? The Perfect Jean. Say goodbye to those stiff cardboard denim nightmares and hello to comfort that'll make you wonder why you ever wore anything else. These jeans fit like they were custom made for you, stretch like you wouldn't believe, and look incredible. The fabric is as soft as a baby's bottom, no babies involved, promise, and tough enough to survive, well, anything. What's even better, the Perfect Jean has a size for everybody out there. With 6 fits from skinny to thick, waist sizes from 26 to 50, and lengths from 26 to 38, there is a perfect pair waiting for you, whether you're a short king, thick daddy, or somewhere in between. And for a limited time, our listeners get 15% off their first order, plus free shipping at theperfectjean.nyc. Just Google The Perfect Jean and use code MeidasTouch at checkout. That's MEIDAS15 at checkout. I've always struggled to find jeans that fit well without feeling like a straitjacket. These jeans are like a second skin. Stretchy, comfy, stylish. Honestly, I kind of feel like I'm cheating. Like, no jeans are supposed to be this comfortable and look so good. I've been getting compliments left and right. They really nailed the perfect fit. Guys, it's time to stop crushing your parts in uncomfortable jeans. Head over to theperfectjean.nyc. Our listeners get 15% off your first order, plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges when you use that code MeidasTouch at checkout. That's 15% off at theperfectjean.nyc with promo code MeidasTouch, MEIDAS15. After you make your purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please let them know that we sent you. Forget your khakis and get the Perfect Jean.
More Donald Trump ranting and raving that Vice President Kamala Harris was on the cover of Time magazine. Play the clip.
And when they find out, I think you're going to see something. But right now, even not knowing her, and with all of the cover of Time magazine, they didn't put a picture. They got a great artist to do it. What was that all about? What was that all about? The whole thing is crazy.
Trump then brags about Elon Musk endorsing him, and he talks about that weird interview where he sounded like Daffy Duck. Play the clip.
Get rid of the electric vehicle mandate. And look, Elon endorsed me strongly, most powerful endorsement. He said it 3 or 4 times the other night during our little chat, but a chat that was very well listened to and attended. We know that, right? It broke every single record, I think, in history.
Despite Donald Trump trailing in mostly all of the polls, Donald Trump lies and says that he's leading in the polls. Play the clip.
I think we'll take a substantial lead. You saw the polls come out today. We're leading in most of the polls, but you'll have I have a lot of friends over there. So I don't think they're reporters, however, are they? This was supposed to be for reporters. Thank you very much.
He says something about Vice President Kamala Harris trying to blame President Biden. I don't even know what he's talking about. Play the clip.
She cast the votes. She's trying to blame Biden, as you know. So it was Biden, but I'm going to do a better job. But it was her. And if she wants to do a better job, she's still got 5 months left, right? But she can't do a better job because she doesn't know how to. And she's of a place in life where she wouldn't know what a better job is.
As Donald Trump starts talking negatively about America and our economy, you'll see on the bottom the Chiron that was on Fox showing that the stock market is over 40,000, the Dow Jones is, and the stock market's up over 554 points today. Watch Fox remove that Chiron as Donald Trump talks negatively about the economy, because Fox is a propaganda network for him. Play this clip.
Agonize. And these are animals, and we have to get them out of our country, or we have to put them in jail because we don't want.
Then Donald Trump calls Minnesota a failed state, so I guess he's trying to give up winning there. Play this clip.
Please.
Two quick questions here. Nikki Haley told our Brett Baer that Republicans need to stop whining about Kamala Harris, focus on courting those independents, those suburban women, the moderates out there. What do you think of that strategy, and would you consider having Nikki Haley on the campaign trail with you?
Sure. I think that we've done very well. I think that we're hitting a nerve. I think this is a different kind of a race. All we have to do is define our opponent as being a communist or a socialist or somebody that's going to destroy our country. I fought Nikki very hard. I beat her in her own state by legendary numbers. And I get along with her fine. I appreciate that she endorsed me and all of that. I think relatively to what they're doing and how radical they are and how in many ways how sick they are, I think I'm doing a very calm campaign. I mean, we're here. There's no shouting. Now, you'll say he ranted and raved, and not you, but some of you will say he ranted and raved. I didn't rant and rave. I'm a very calm person, believe it or not. If I wasn't, I probably wouldn't be around anymore, probably wouldn't be around. But
Donald Trump then says his entire strategy is basically to cause fear amongst Americans and just call Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Walz communists and socialists. Play the clip.
And she called JD and I weird. He's not weird. He was a great student at Yale. He went to Ohio State, graduated in 2 years at the top of his class, and all of these different things. And we have this guy that's running a very failed state, who's had a terrible career. I mean, you have him saying they're weird. No, he's a weird guy. And she's weird in her policy.
Donald Trump then brags and claims that the United States Supreme Court recently gave him immunity from everything that he's charged with, so he's free to commit all the crimes he wants to do. That's his closing message to the American people. Here, play this clip.
Interference. And as you know, the Supreme Court ruled recently on immunity, and I'm immune from all of this stuff that they charged me with.
Anyway, tell me what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million subscribers. That was Donald Trump's disastrous press conference in Bedminster, the burial site of his first wife, Ivana, where he's allowed shrubs to grow over in a ghoulish manner.